to explain more about badminton to us.
My pleasure.
Do you mind explaining more about the sponsor that you mentioned earlier?
Okay. Without doubt, your next Australian Open has now reached a level which is the second highest prize money tournament in the world. Right? There's different tiers. There's level 1, which are the Super Series, and level 2, the Grand Prix Gold, which is where we are. There's many levels to run. So the reason we managed to reach this level of Grand Prix Gold is because of two major sponsors. One being Destination New South Wales, who see the value, who invest in this Australian Open, because the benefits in terms of tourism and things like that, and the fact that last year over 100 million people watched the event around the world. And the other sponsor is, of course, Yonex Australian Open. Yonex being equipment sponsor. A number of top players in the world use the Yonex equipment.
Australian.
Yeah, a number of people around the world use that. So they sponsor the event to promote their sales, of course, to the Australian public.
This is a technical question. The height is quite important in badminton?
No, well, not necessarily. I mean, some of the top players in the world, the doubles player, former Olympic from Indonesia, the one that won last year's Australian Open, his name is Kido, second one. So he's not that tall. So certainly height has advantage, and height has disadvantage as well, because badminton requires a lot of shots to be made. So sometimes when you're too tall, you are unable to do, you're not as fast as some of the shots.
Your personal secret in badminton. To explain it in 2 lines, what is your secret in badminton?
Oh, look, first you got to be very fit, and you got to have a lot of skills in your technique. Speed.
So, also, you still have an Australian Daniel, which we don't have a chance to see today.
Sorry.
Could you tell us more about it?
Yes, sorry, sorry he's not here because he's still a young kid, and I think he's about 16 years old. He's one of Australia's best junior, and he is an Aussie, even though yes, he was born in the Philippines, he has an Australian passport. That's why this year we managed to depict him for the Australian Youth Olympics that was played here recently, and he played very well for Australia. Unfortunately, Australia didn't win. China, Malaysia won the event, but certainly he is one of our promising player that will hopefully one day come up to the national, the senior level and represent Australia, the Commonwealth Games, and even the Olympics.
Just to refresh the minds of the young followers of Daniel, could you tell us where were his fame, glory, which areas did he win?
Oh, Daniel is a very strong singles player, which is good, because we like singles is one of the toughest disciplines to play. There's double singles and mix, in badminton, and singles is one of the hardest disciplines, and Daniel is really good at it. So he's a good singles player.
Do you have plans of training someone for the Olympics in Brazil 2016?
Yes, certainly. Daniel is there. It's in that group that are aimed for the 2016. So it's really up to Daniel to excel, to continue playing, and to get there, it's not just the ability. He needs to gather sufficient world ranking points, which means that he has to travel and play a lot of competition like the Australian Open and many others. So he has to build up his world ranking as well, apart from his
The last question I have, what do you think at this stage is the best badminton player in the world in different categories?
Oh, without doubt, using the Olympics, Lin Dan is from China. He won the gold, so but Lee Chongwei from Malaysia is up there. The two of them played the finals, and there was over 1 billion people.
And they're the same category.
They're the same singles. And the men's doubles, the Chinese are very strong. So are many other countries. So in the top 5 in the world, everyone beat each other. The strong countries are China, Malaysia, Indonesia, Denmark, Korea. So those are the strong badminton countries.
Would you mind giving us an overview of the April event for the public, including the disabled who cannot join? They can just watch on TV. So if you could just update them on the general overview.
Okay. The Australian Open in April, I think we will get hopefully close to 30 countries participating. And we have the men's singles, men's doubles, women's singles, women's doubles, and mixed doubles. There's 5 categories. There's 5 events that's playing, and it goes from the Tuesday to the Sunday, the 2nd to the 7th of April, and the public can come and watch it in the
so 5 days.
5 days. You know, playing from the preliminary to quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals.
How many players altogether?
About 300 players. 330 countries.
Wow.
They will be playing, they'll be fighting, and then of course when they get down to the finals, there'll be a handful then.
I can't help but ask how many Filipinos. Daniel is one. Is there any more? Filipino Australian.
Daniel is the only one that represents Australia. We hope to receive an entry or some entries from the Philippines. In fact, they understand that they will be coming, but they need to enter to play. So the players, the national players in the Philippines could be coming as well.
What is the strictest of your rules in this case? International competition.
What do you mean by strictest of the rules?
Like drug screening and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, drug testing is we do test all the players, but fortunately in badminton we have not had drug case, and it doesn't. Badminton, unlike some of the endurance sports where you do repetitive effort, where drugs does help, badminton, from what I understand, the drug doesn't increase it that much because there's a lot of skill involved. There's a lot of skill involved.
So coming from Malaysia, you drink coffee. Coffee doesn't come out as drugs?
No, of course not. You know, in drugs, coffee doesn't necessarily not. But all, from what I understand, internationally, all the drug tests done on all the international players, including Australian players, have all come out fine. So that's good.
So I just have one last question for you, just to wrap it up. How do you feel about the Philippine way of participation in badminton? Are they as active as other countries? Or?
Philippines has come to Australia to play in junior tournament and in sometimes some of the smaller events that we run. The Philippines is pretty big, and there's no doubt, you know, we love the Filipino community. They are very friendly and you know always happy. You know, so we would love to Filipino national players to come, but up to the national body to send them.
Thank you, Mr. Wong.
Okay. Thank you very much.